Have you ever seen an NBA the last 4 games of a season where a conference has 5 teams that are tied with the same exact record going into the last 4 games of the season? This is a crazy time period. The Grizzlies are 8th in the Western Conference and could, if they win all 4 of these last 4 games, could potentially get to the 4th or 3rd seed in the Western Conference playoffs. This is a wild time for the Grizzlies, man. What are your thoughts on the last 4 games of the season, where the Grizzlies are moving in towards the NBA playoffs?
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Grizzlies are kind of cooked. I think they're done.
Have you been watching them?
Like, mentally speaking, man, like the body language that they have in some of these games just isn't. It's just not good. Like the late game defensive lapses, the way that they just tend to get stagnant on offense, it's just not a good place right now. I think, Taylor Jenkins had to go because he was going to completely lose the locker room if he hadn't already. Isolo is doing some solid things. I do think they are getting better, but are they going to close the gap enough in time for playoff basketball? I just don't know. Maybe if they get the right draw, they can get past the first round. But first, they got to worry about getting out of the play-in, which I'm skeptical of their ability to do as of now, because they have to show that they can beat the legit teams, and they just haven't been able to do that all year long.
Well, they just got their first win against a plus 500 team in the last 2 months, a couple of days ago. They haven't beat a plus 500 team in 2 months. And they came out and they beat Detroit in Detroit, put a beat down on them pretty good. And that was their first win. So, yes, I think your point is taken well. They have, since the All-Star break, have scuttled where they were. They were second in the West heading into the All-Star break, and now they're 8th and squarely into the play-in. It is wild to me, though, that they have a potential. They have a shot. They could be in the 4 or 3 seed by the time it's all said and done in 4 games. I do think that Tomas Isolo is pushing all the right buttons right now. There are things that he has done, things that he's changed, specifically with how he's using Zach Edey. He's using Zach Edey in a ton more screen and rolls, screens for everybody. And what we know about Ja Morant is that Ja Morant operates well in the screens. Like this offense, this communist offense that the Grizzlies ran to start the season, highlighted guys like Jake LaRavia, highlighted guys like who else? Really, Jake LaRavia. It highlighted, what he could do. It highlighted those guys, but it really damaged, I think, what Ja Morant could do. He operates out of the pick and roll. That's what he's really good at. And so when you go and you draft a guy like Zach Edey, who when he sets a screen can block out the sun, and you use him in a dunker spot or in a cutter spot instead of allowing him to set pick and rolls, it makes no sense. And so what you've seen with Isolo is he's absolutely unlocked a portion of that in Zach's game. And you've seen Ja is on thanks to the some of the numbers provided by Sean Coleman on Twitter. He said that this is Ja has been playing now for a few years, and this is the second best scoring stretch that he's had as a pro since he's been a Memphis Grizzly, averaging above 30 points a game. Really, really unlocked Ja again and unlocked Zach Edey again. Zach Edey just set a rookie record for the Memphis Grizzlies with 21 rebounds against the Detroit Pistons. So I'm interested to see what happens, man. Like I'm interested to see are the Grizzlies regaining some of that Grizzly swagger that they had 2 years ago, right? Like it feels like Isolo is pressing some of the right buttons for that.
Yeah, again, I'm still really skeptical of, can these guys get better defensively, especially against the elite teams in the Western Conference late in games? Because that's what got them last week against Golden State. Yep. That's what got them. They couldn't stop Curry, and when they started to hone in on Curry down the stretch, everyone else just killed him. And this team is lacking, I think, the defensive stopper that it needs right now. To really make some noise in the playoffs. Again, if they get the right draw, they might be able to get past the first round. But that all depends on seeding and who they play.
Yeah.
I just don't see this Grizzlies team going beyond the second round this year. Unfortunately,
If they were to get to the 6th seed in the playoffs, they would probably face off against the Denver Nuggets. Do you like that matchup?
I don't know, man. Do they have anyone that can stop Jokic?
I mean, Zach's 7'5".
Yeah, but
Who can stop Jokic? Who can actually stop Jokic? Right? Like that's the question. Like, we get all concerned about these massive NBA superstars.
It's less about Jokic himself, but can they stop everything that Jokic does?
Right,
right. The way that he's able to spread out the floor for that entire team, like, can they contain all the shooters?
Yeah.
Can they keep Jamal Murray in check? That kind of thing.
I think Jamal's been hurt, to be honest with you. I don't even know if he'd be playing. I know he hasn't been playing. He hadn't played in a while. Let me check and see real quick. All right, let's go to this. What if they actually, you know what? If they made it the 6th seed, they would probably play the Lakers.
Okay. Yep. Goodbye. You're done.
You think so? You think they're done if they play the Lakers?
Yeah, LeBron and Luka. That's too much. You can't ask them to get past that.
I don't know. I kind of like that matchup. They got nothing outside of those two guys.
But those two of the arguably top 5 players in the league, though.
It's true. Jamal Murray has a lingering hamstring issue, and there is a serious doubt about his availability for the playoffs. So that would be huge for the Nuggets if they don't have Jamal Murray. That'd be a massive blow. All right, let's say they get to the 8th seed. They come out of the play-in, and they get the 8th seed. They'd probably face off, more than likely, going to face off against the Houston Rockets. You like that matchup?
I mean, the Rockets are extremely young, obviously. Yeah. They don't have a lot of experience. Maybe that's one where the Grizzlies can still maybe get to the second round there. Yeah. But the Rockets are also a very big team. That's a lot of size and a lot of size on the perimeter that you have to deal with. So no matchup is going to be easy for Memphis.
I agree.
Nothing's going to be easy. Yeah. But the Rockets would likely be one of their more favorable ones.
I agree with that 100%.